Welcome to ABEJAS. This is a video series that provides background on bees and beekeeping management to set you up for success. Whether you are a seasoned beekeeper or this is your first time in an apiary, we hope you'll learn useful skills and valuable information throughout these 3 video modules. Each module will contain 4 videos covering different aspects of beekeeping and honeybee health. By the end of the training series, you'll understand basic biology of honeybees and learn about beekeeping equipment, how to safely handle risks that come with beekeeping, and honeybee pests and pathogens. Commercial beekeeping operations are a critical industry supporting the growth and quality of a variety of agricultural products worldwide. Nearly 1/3 of the food consumed by humans around the world requires pollination for fruit, nut, and seed growth. Commercially managed honeybees are the most efficient method of providing these essential pollination services. In this first video, we will review what a honeybee is and how they are different from other bees and insects. We will also teach you the different members of a honeybee colony, what their roles are, and how to tell them apart. A bee is an animal in the group called arthropods. More specifically, bees are insects. Arthropods have hard exoskeletons, have jointed appendages, and are very diverse. Some examples of arthropods include crustaceans, like shrimp and crabs, arachnids, like spiders, scorpions, and mites, and other insects. Insects are a subgroup of arthropods, and they all have a few key features in common. They all have 3 body segments, a head, a thorax, and an abdomen. They all have 2 antennae on their head. They all have 3 pairs of legs, or 6 total, that connect to their thorax. And they have compound eyes. There are over 25,000 described species of bees around the world, but very few of them produce honey. Apis mellifera is the scientific name of the species of bee we know as the honeybee. There are 28 different recognized subspecies of honeybees worldwide, but only a few in the United States. Honeybees are generally yellow, brown, or black, with yellow, gray, brown, or black hairs on their bodies. Their coloring can indicate what subspecies they may be. For example, Caucasian honeybees usually have a darker coloring. The amount of hair can tell a beekeeper how old the bee is. Young bees are typically covered in dense, fluffy hairs, while older bees lose their hairs and appear more greasy and shiny. Honeybees have specialized features that are important to their life cycle, including a flattened depression on the outside of their hind legs called a corbicula, also referred to as pollen baskets. They have 2 pairs of wings, and female bees have stingers. We'll talk more about that later. Honeybees are often confused with other flying insects, such as yellow jackets. You may see yellow jackets near honeybee hives since they prey on honeybees. Yellow jackets are wasps with distinct yellow and black stripes and a more slender, elongated body. Honeybees are more golden and brown, have more hair, and a rounder body shape compared to yellow jackets. Honeybees are social insects. Ants and termites are also social. They work together to care for the colony and exhibit specialized behaviors that are different from many other types of non-social insects. One trait of sociality is reproductive division of labor. In a honeybee colony, there is one female responsible for reproduction. She is known as the queen, and she is the female bee that is solely responsible for mating and laying eggs. Social colonies also have cooperative brood care. The queen's daughters, called workers, perform many of the tasks required to help those eggs reach adulthood. They also have overlapping generations. While many insects emerge as adults at specific points of the year, honeybee adults can emerge throughout the year, meaning the bees in a colony will be different ages. So far, we've talked about the different behaviors that social insects have. Now, let's learn about different types of bees inside each hive, how they are different, and what they do. The worker bees are the powerhouse of the colony. They make up a large majority of the population in a colony and perform nearly all of the essential functions for the survival of the colony. Worker bees are sterile females who perform a variety of different tasks, depending on their age. Young bees, known as nurse bees, stay inside the hive and clean, feed, and tend to the juveniles and queen. They store food collected by the foragers, maintain the temperature of the hive, and build honeycomb. As they get older, workers become foragers that collect pollen and nectar, or they become guards who ward off predators and protect the colony. Worker bees all have stingers, a modified egg-laying structure that can pierce the skin of most animals they see as a threat. When they sting, they inject venom. These stingers are barbed, allowing them to stick in clothing or skin and continue to deliver venom until removed. Stinging kills the honeybee. The stinger is a critical part of the bee's exoskeleton, and once removed, the bee will dry out and die. Each colony has one queen. She is the only reproductive female and is responsible for communicating with the workers by releasing pheromones. Without a queen, a colony cannot maintain their population and organization. The queen is the most important member of the colony. Queens are larger than workers and have an elongated abdomen that contains enlarged ovaries. She can lay over 1,000 eggs every day. The queen can sting, but is focused on laying eggs and is less likely to sting than a worker who is trying to defend the colony. The queen flies when going on a mating flight, or swarming, which we will talk about in a later video. As the queen lays eggs, her offspring, the sterile female workers, care for the brood. The males in the colony are known as drones. Their bodies are larger and bulkier than the workers. They have very large eyes that take up nearly their entire head. Drone's only responsibility is to mate with a queen from another colony. He will die shortly after a successful mating. Drones do not have stingers and cannot sting, so you can practice holding them by their thorax if you want to learn how to handle the queen. Now that you know more about honeybees, the different members in the colony, and the jobs these bees are doing, you can better understand their life cycles and how to care for them in the next few videos. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and leave us a comment below to let us know what additional topics you would like us to cover in future videos.